Greetings! Mantore79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now. Loading game and proceeding. Here we are in the main menu, off to edit deck menu. And now in today's video, the deck profile I'm going to be making one for is a Dark States, Purgatory Dragon DD Favrneel, D-BT09. Alright, let's get started. Selecting the deck, entering edit deck, and off we go. Here we are in the edit deck menu, and like I just mentioned before, the deck I'm building in today's deck profile video is a Dark States, Purgatory Dragon DD Favrneel deck, made up of cards only available up until D-BT09. Alrighty, let's get started. Selecting the deck, and so go into filter settings, go into pack, show only cards from D-BT1, Genesis of the 5 Greats, D-BT2, Brush the Legends, D-BT3, Advance of Intertwined Stars, D-BT4, Awakening of Chakrabarti, D-BT5, Frankfurt of Brave Heroes, Festival Collection 2021, Festival Collection 2022, Promo Pack number 1, D-BT6, Blazing Dragon Reborn, D-BT7, Raging Flame Against Emerald Storm, D-BT8, Minerva Rising, D-BT9, Dragon Tree Invasion. Applying filters applied, let's get started. First up, the Ride deck. And now for the Ride deck. For the cards in this Ride deck, we are playing Grade 3, Purgatory Dragon DD Favrneel. Skills, first skill, continuous. You may only have one Purgatory Dragon Favrneel in your deck. Second skill, auto, as a Vanguard. At the beginning of your main phase, your opponent chooses one of their rear guards and retires it. If you do not ride this turn, this unit gets plus 10,000 power, plus 1 critical. Third skill, auto, as a Vanguard. When your opponent's rear guards retired during your turn, cost, put a card from hand into soul. If the cost is paid, draw a card. And the fourth skill, auto as a Vanguard, once per turn. At the end of battle, this unit attacked. If the sum of the grades of Dark States cards in your soul is 13 or more, cost, Counterblast 2. If the cost in play, stand this unit, and this unit gets drive -1 till end of turn. Alrighty, the Grade 3, Purgatory Dragon DD Favrneel, 1 in the Ride deck. Up next, the Grade 2, Diabolos Anger Richard. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, cost, put a rear guard into your soul. If the cost in paid, draw a card. Second skill, continuous as a rear guard. If you are in Final Rush, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. Okie dokie, the Grade 2, Diabolos Anger Richard. We have 1 in the Ride deck. Next up, the Grade 1, Diabolos Bad Steve. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, choose a card from Soul and call it to your back row center rear guard circle and Soul Charge 1. Second skill, continuous as a rear guard. If you are in Final Rush, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Diabolos Bad Steve, 1 in the Ride deck. And then the Grade 0, Uncanny Burning. Skill, auto. When this unit is rode upon, if you went second, draw a card. Confirm, the Grade 0, Uncanny Burning, 1 in the Ride deck. And with that, we've covered the deck's Ride deck. Next, let's get on to the Grade 3 lineup. And now for the Grade 3 lineup. For the Grade 3s in this deck, we are playing the Grade 3, Reaper in the Shadows, Zelmort. Skill, action as a rear guard, cost, Counterblast 1, and put this unit into your soul. If the cost in paid, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them, call it to rear guard circle, and put the rest into your soul. Alrighty, the Grade 3, Reaper in the Shadows, Zelmort. We have 4 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 3, Execution Dragon, Vorpal Dragon. Skills, first skill, action as a rear guard, once per turn, cost, Soul Blast 2. If the cost in paid, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit attack hits, if the conditions have been met, you may Soul Charge 2. Okie dokie, the Grade 3, Execution Dragon, Vorpal Dragon. We have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 3, Demonic Swordsman of Riving, Eligos. Skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard of Favrneel in its card name, cost, put one of your other rear guard into your soul. If the cost in paid, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it. And if the sum of the grades of Dark States cards in your soul exceeds 13 or greater, you may countercharge 1. Confirmed, the Grade 3 Demonic Swordsman of Riving Eligos. We have 4 in the deck. And next, the Grade 3 Normal Order Grania Gradel. Skills, first skill, Continuous Regulus Piece. You may only have 1 Regulus Piece in your deck and use it a total of 1 time in a fight. Second skill, Order. Play this if you have a Grade 3 Vanguard Persona Ride and you do not ride this turn. Activate Persona Ride. Draw a card. All of your Furrow units plus 10,000 power this turn, and your regard to Persona Road. Affirmative, the Grade 3 Grania Gradel. We have 1 the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 2 lineup. And now for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2s in this deck, we are playing the Grade 2 Selfish Engraver. Skills, first skill, Auto as a rear guard. When this unit attack hits, you may soul charge 1. Second skill, Auto as a rear guard. At the end of battle, this unit attacks. If your soul has 10 or more cards, cost, put this unit into your soul. If the cost is paid, countercharge 1. Alrighty, the Grade 2 Selfish Engraver. We have 2 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 2 Squalid Freaks. Skills, first skill, Continuous from the soul. If you do not ride this turn, this card gets Grade +2. Second skill, Auto from the soul. When your Grade 3 or greater Vanguard attacks, if you do not ride this turn, cost, bind this card. If the cost is paid, all of your Furrow units gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Okie dokie, the Grade 2 Squalid Freaks. We have 3 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now, for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1s in this deck, we're playing the Grade 1 Steam Battler Gungram. Skills, first skill, Auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, Soul Charge 1. Second skill, Action as a rearguard once per turn, cost, Soul Blast 3. If the cost is paid, draw a card. Already, the Grade 1 Steam Battler Gungram. We have 3 in the deck. The Grade 1 Brainwash Swirler. Skills, first skill, Auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, Soul Charge 1. Second skill, Auto as a rearguard. When your card is put into your soul by Soul Charge. If your Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn, plus 10,000 if Soul Charge 2. Okie dokie, the Grade 1 Brainwash Swirler. We have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 1 Repel Malice Dragon, Sentinel, Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel in deck. Second skill, Auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from hand and discard it. Affirmative, the Grade 1 Repel Malice Dragon. We have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 1 Blitz Order Elementaria Sanctitude. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel in deck. Second skill, Continuous. You may only have 1 Elementaria Sanctitude in deck. Third skill, Order. If your opponent's Vanguard is triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Place the cost of, discard a card from hand if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or less. If the cost is paid, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. Remove this card. And confirm, the Grade 1 Elementaria Sanctitude. We have 1 in the deck. And next, the Grade 1 Steam Scara Zargon. Skill, Auto as a rearguard. When this unit boosts, choose a unit boosted by this unit, and it gets Auto as a Vanguard or rearguard. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, choose up to 2 cards from the drop. Put them into Soul until end of turn. And alright, the Grade 1 Steam Scara Zargon. We have 2 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 1 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 0 lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck, we are playing the Grade 0 Hades Dragon Deity Resentment Gamma Child Overtrigger. Skill, trigger, additional effect. During your turn, all of your Vanguards plus 10,000 power and plus 1 critical until end of fight. Alright, the Grade 0 Hades Dragon Deity Resentment Gamma Child Overtrigger. We have 1 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 0 Flinty Slasher Critical Trigger. We have 3 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 0 Stem Debate Dragon Critical Trigger. Skill, Auto as a rearguard. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. Cost, put this unit into Soul. If the cost is paid, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 2,000 power until end of turn. Okie dokie, the Grade 0 Stem Debate Dragon Critical Trigger. We have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 0 Bruce Waltmaster Riley Draw Trigger. Skill, Continuous as a Guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. Affirmative, the grade 0 Root Swap Master Riley draw trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the grade 0 Steam Scara Mel Nigel heal trigger, we have 2 in the deck. And next, the grade 0 Direful Doll Carmine heal trigger, skill, auto. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, if your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard grade, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield until end of battle. Confirm, the grade 0 Direful Doll Cartmain, we have 2 in the deck. And with that, we've covered the deck's trigger lineup. And if that, the deck's been built, Cardfight explained. For the cards in this deck we are playing, 4 grade 3 Reaper in the Shadows Zelmort. 4 grade 3 Execution Dragon Vorpal Scythe Dragon. 1 grade 3 Purgatory Dragon Deity Favrneel. 4 grade 3 Demonic Swordsman of Riving Eligos. 1 grade 3 Gradiac Gradel. 2 grade 2 Selfish Engraver. 1 grade 2 Diablo's Anger Richard. 3 grade 2 Squalid Freaks. 3 grade 1 Steam Battler Gunran. 3 grade 1 Brainwash Swirler. 3 grade 1 Repel Malice Dragon. 1 grade 1 Elementaris Sanctitude. 2 grade 1 Steam Scara Zargon. 1 grade 1 Diablos Bad Steve. 1 grade 0 Uncanny Birding starting unit. And for the triggers in this deck we are playing, 1 Gamma Chelled Over Trigger. 7 critical triggers. 4 draw triggers. And 4 heal triggers. And if that, the deck's been built, Cardfight explained. Next, let's get on to explain the deck. Let's get on to testing out the deck. Sorry about that. And here we are in the main menu, going to test out the deck, so choosing the fight menu. Going to CPU fight. Selecting the deck I just showcased to you, the Dark States, Purgatory Dragon Deity Favrneel D-BT09 deck. Okie dokie, selecting the deck, choosing my opponent for this fight. For this fight, I'm going to test it out on Stoikeia's Gosetsu Katsushika, hard difficulty, and click. The battle begins, let's get started. Here we are in the fight, we're going to decide who goes first, so rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Rock the scissors, I win going first. Drawing our starting hands, I got myself a Zelmort, Zargon, Brainwash Swirler, a critical trigger, and a Squalid Freaks. Not a bad starting hand. Holding on to all normal units, redrawing triggers. Redraw! Yes! Vorpal Scythe Dragon, lucky me! Going first, draw! Critical trigger. Not bad in this situation. I ride from the right deck, Diablos Bad Steve. For the right deck cost, let's see. If I can use my Zargon skill to send my Squalid Freaks from the drop zone to the soul, I can get it early in the game to build up my grades, so I'm first gonna discard Squalid Freaks. Hold on, I can use it as a 10k attacker as well and intercept later, so gonna discard the grade 3 Vorpal Scythe Dragon. Right, Bad Steve, skill up Steve, superior call Uncanny Burning from the Soul. Sorry about that. Calling and Soul Charge. Critical trigger, come on! That's the last card I want, the Soul Charge. Fine, then that's the end of my turn, my opponent's turn. He rides, in-rope shooter, skill of the starter, he draws a card, and battle phase, Vanguard to Vanguard, 8k. No guard, gonna take it. He drive checks. Grade 3. It's a very good card. Ouch. Damage check. Yes, draw trigger, finally. Lucky draw. Draw. Power up. Brainwash Swirler, not too bad. And if my opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. I ride from the right deck, Diablos Anger Richard. Right deck cost, I am discarding. I gotta get the cards to build up my soul early, so... Should I put Zelmort into drop zone and use Zargon's skill to move it early into the soul, or... discard Squalid Freaks and save it for my next turn? It uses up one counterblast. I don't have any counter charges in hand, so better conserve my counterblast for Favrneel's skill. Yep, I'm discarding the Grade 3 Reaper in the Shadows, Zelmort, discard, and ride Richard. Skill Richard. I move Uncanny Burning into the soul and draw a card. Draw, yes, Persona Right material, Gradiac Gradel. Next, I am calling Brainwash Swirler to rearguard. Call Swirler skill. Soul Charge 1. Soul Charge. Yes, Grade 3, finally. Then I call Squalid Freaks to rearguard. Call. And Steam Scara Zargon. Call. Battle phase. Boosted by Brainwash Swirler. Richard attacks the Vanguard. 18k. The attack goes through. Drive check. Yes! Draw trigger! Lucky draw! Draw card! Power to Squalid Freaks. Boom! Damage check. No trigger, safe. And now, boosted by Zargon, Squalid Freaks attacks the Vanguard. 28k. Zargon skill, giving the boosted unit a skill. The attack goes through, and slash! Damage check. No trigger, safe. And now, Zargon's boosted skill. Moving 2 cards from drop into soul. Zelmort and Vorpal Scythe into soul. End of turn, my opponent's turn. He rides the Grade 2, Ascends Assault. Superior calling his Grade 1 inward shooter. Vanguard to Vanguard, 10k, no guard, gonna take it. Drive check. Over trigger, so lucky. 100 million power, critical, and he heals. So lucky early in the game. Ow! Damage check first. Vorpal Scythe, second check. Critical trigger, wasted a trigger. This is not good. Critical up. Power up, but it's wasted. 100 million power. I have no perfect guards in hand. Gotta take it. No guard. Ow! Damage check. Yes! Over trigger. Damage nullified. Draw card. That was close. And my opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. I ride from the right deck. Purgatory, Dragon, Deity, Favrneel. Right deck cost, I am discarding. Draw trigger, Riley. Discarding Riley and... Right, Favrneel. Skill of Favrneel. Retire rearguard and activating Favrneel's skill. From hand into soul, I'm choosing to move... Vorpal Scythe into the soul. And draw a card. Draw. Gungram. The total grades in my soul now are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I have just enough soul cards to activate my Favrneel's restand skill. Looking good. Then I'm gonna call Gungram to rearguard. Call Gungram skill. Soul Charge 1. Soul Charge. Grade 3. Swirler skill. Power up. And then in my soul I have 2 Grade 0s and a Grade 1. I can afford to Soul Blast those. Gungram skill. Soul Blast. 2 Grade 0s and a Grade 1. Soul Blast and draw. Critical trigger. Come on. Then the great count is 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. Yep, still got more than enough. I call to the rear guard. Demonic Swordsman of Riving Eligos. Call. That ought to do it. Let's head over to the battle phase. Boosted by Zargon. Squalid Freaks attacks the Vanguard. 18k. Zargon skill, giving the boosted unit skill. He guards with a critical trigger. The attack fails, but no worries. Now, my Vanguard unboosted attacks the Vanguard. 13k. The attack goes through. Twin drive, first check. No trigger, another Zargon. Second check. No trigger, grade 3. 1 damage. Boom. Damage check. Draw trigger, lucky draw. His hand is huge. Skill Favrneel, Counter Blast 2. Counter Blast and restand Vanguard. Boosted by Gun Ram. Eligos attacks the Vanguard, 21,000 power. Eligos' skill. I move Squalid Freaks into the soul. Counter charge. He guards with a draw trigger. 30k. Now boosted by Brainwash Swirler. Vanguard the Vanguard, 26,000 power. The attack goes through. Twin drive, first check. No trigger. Second check. No second check, just 1 check. Damage check. No trigger, grade 2, safe. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. Here comes, he rides the grade 3 flagship dragon, Flakbird Dragon. He calls Inlet Pulse, Prize Trident, and Atmantis. Atmantis skill, giving power to his rear guard, Inlet Pulse, calling another Inlet Pulse. Inlet Pulse to Vanguard, 18k. Guard with, he can restand 1 time thanks to his Inlet Pulse skill. Total, he can have 1, 2, 3, and 4 attacks in total. He can retire 2 rear guards, so I should block the Vanguard maybe? Yep, block the Vanguard, so let the first one go through. Let the attack go through. Out. Damage check. No trigger. Inlet Pulse skill, it restands. Inlet Pulse attacks the Vanguard, 13k. Oh, we can in fact attack 5 times this turn. I forgot about that. Then no guard, taking it. Out. Damage check. Yes, heal trigger. Healing 1 point of damage. Power to Vanguard. Inlet Pulse attacks Vanguard. That's now 26k. Guard whip. Zargon. 28k. Attack blocked. Kachink. Safe. 13k to Vanguard. Skill. 4 more attacks this turn. He can retire 2 of my rear guards and draw a card. He has no over triggers left, so guarding with. Critical trigger. 38k. None to pass. First check. No trigger. Perfect guard. Second check. No trigger. Grade 3. Kachink. Safe. Skill of Inlet Pulse into Soul and Draw. His hand is huge now. Again, Inlet Pulse. Stand and draw. Skipping right phase, going to main phase. Favrneel skill. My opponent retires 1 rear guard. Retire. Power up, critical up. Not activating skill. Next, I am going to call. Nope, not yet. I activate the order card. Gradia Gradil. Persona Ride activate. Persona Ride. Power up and draw. Yes, Vorpal Dragon. Then I call Brainwash Swirler to the back row. Call Swirler skill. Soul Charge 1. Soul Charge. Draw trigger, not good. Power the back row Swirlers. Power up. And power up. In my soul, I have, let's see, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 21, and a grade 0. I have more than enough souls, so let's see. I'm going to call to the rear guards. I have more than enough counterblast, so I'm gonna call Vorpal Scythe Dragon to the rear guard. Calling Vorpal Scythe and calling Ellie Ghost to the rear guard. Call. And activating my Vorpal Scythe skill, Soul Blasting, a grade 2. Draw trigger and grade 3. Soul Blast. Retire from rear guard. And let's see, the remaining cards in my soul now are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yep, more than enough. Not activating skill. This should be enough. So, heading over to battle phase. My Vanguard unboosted attacks the Vanguard. 33k. Not activating Squalid Priest's skill. He perfect guards it. Skill activated. Perfect guard. Twin drive. First check. No trigger. Second check. Yes! Heal trigger. Healing 1 point of damage. Healing. Giving power to Eligos. The attack fails, but now here comes my Favrneel skill. Counterblast 2, Counter Blast, and Restand Vanguard. Boosted by Gungram. Favrneel attacks the Vanguard. 31k. The attack goes through, and slash. Attack hits, check, no trigger, safe. And skill of my Vorpal Scythe Dragon. Soul Charge 2. Soul Charge, 1, 2. Ah, come on! 2 heal triggers, seriously? Whatever, I can't heal anyway. Activating the effects of all my Brainwash Swirlers. 5,000 power. 5,000 power. Another 5,000 power. And another 5,000 power. That ought to do it. Now boosted by Brainwash Swirler in the center. Vanguard to Vanguard. 56,000 power. 2 criticals. Skill of Squalid Freaks. Nope, not activating skill. Leave it at that. Perfect guard again. Perfect guard cost. Discarding. Critical trigger. Drive check. Come on. Ah, no trigger. The attack fails. Boosted by Brainwash Swirler. Eligos to Vanguard. 56k. Not activating skill. And slash. Damage check. No trigger. Safe. End of my turn. My opponent's turn. Persona Ride. And he's calling Inlet Pulse. And Cannon Dragon. And a heal trigger. Skill of the Cannon Dragon. Powers up, and it can swap cards and attack. Inlet Pulse to Vanguard. Let's see, Inlet Pulse can restand once. His cannon can attack from the back row. The heal trigger can attack, so that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 attacks in total. He can block my perfect guards, then this is gonna be rough, so if he gets a double critical as well, I could be in big trouble, so I'm gonna conserve my hand cards for guarding the Vanguard then. No guard, gonna take it. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, Gungram. In the Pulse's skill, restand. Record to Vanguard. Guarding Whiff, Selfish Engraver, 18k, blocked. Kachink, safe. Rearguard the Vanguard, 23k. No guard, gonna take it.
No guard.
Out. Damage check.
Damage check.
No trigger. Inlet pulse to Vanguard. Guard whip. Critical trigger. 28k. Attack blocked. And ka-chink. Safe. Vanguard the Vanguard. Skill. 5 more attacks this turn, so draw, retire rear guards, and put guard restriction. Guard. You can use a double trigger at this moment, so perfect guard, guard, and guard. Perfect guard skill, discarding, critical trigger, stand deviate. Twin drive for check. Heal trigger, come on. So lucky. Second check. No trigger, grade 3. And ka-chink, safe. Into my opponent's turn. Inlet plus a skill, draw a card. My turn, stand draw. Skipping main phase, skipping right phase, going to main phase. Favrneel skill. Retire 1 rear guard. Power up, critical up. Not activating skill, I call to the rear guard. Reaper in the shadows, Zelmort. Call. And calling Gungram to rear guard. Call. Gungram skill, soul charge 1. Soul charge. Power up. And power up. And calling Zelmort to rear guard. Call. That ought to be enough. Going to battle phase. Boosted by Brainwash Swirler, Vanguard, 36k. In my soul I have, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, more than enough. I'm gonna activate Squalid Fix skill. Self-bind, plus 5,000 power to the entire front row. Keep triple guards, 58k, 2 to pass, for check. Yes, draw trigger. Giving all effects to my Vanguard. Second check. No trigger. The attack fails, but now here comes Favrneel's skill again. Counterblast 1, Counter Blast, and Restand Vanguard, Drive -1. 38k, 2 criticals. The attack goes through, drive check. No trigger, Squalid Freaks. 1 damage. 2 damage, boom. Check. First, not another heal trigger. He cannot heal, but second check, come on, nothing. Yes, no trigger, 6 damage, I win. That was a rough fight. Despite some luck from my opponent's side of the triggers, I managed to use the new cards in this deck pretty well and eke out a win, so I got win 50,000 more power, with attack 50,000 more power, perfect guarded, drew an over trigger, opponent drew an over trigger, did a persona right, 8 turns passed, did a superior call, retired 5 more opposing units, and drew 3 more times in 1 turn. I got 3150 VP, total 334,000, 225 VP, pressing A to go next, leaving the fight and returning to the fight menu. Back in the fight menu, leaving fight menu, going to the main menu, going to edit deck menu. With that, the deck's been built, Cardfight explained, and I finished testing the deck out in front of you. So first I want to say is, thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload again in the near future. I also hope you'll show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. With that I say, goodbye.